What up, YouTube? Darth coming at you from this here iron farm. I had one that I had going for you that I was gonna test out before the update and then test after the update, but it stopped working for some reason, so I had to go get somebody else for theirs. And that's how we do things. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks in 2 hours. Not the greatest in the world, but man, this is so much better than we have had. And there is another golem right there. So let's go and get into building this thing. Here we are in my redstone world, ready to build this thing. I was thinking about putting a couple of sorters into it so we could sort out the string and the rows, but you know, I really don't think we got to do that. It doesn't produce nearly as much of either of those. Well, actually the rows it kind of does, but anyway, we're going to start with 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 chests right here. We're going to place hoppers into the back of those guys like so. We will point one hopper. Actually, we can take that hopper away and we can just right here crouch place hoppers into those. So right on top of here is going to be our kill chamber. So I'm going to go ahead and place a block here. You don't need to keep that block. Well, glass I'm going to start right here with, okay? You don't need it to be glass and you don't need the corners, but I like to see what's going on in here. So I'm going to wrap this guy like so. We're going to bring it up one more. Wrap it again. And then on top of this, we're going to place our solid building block. This is going to be the first level that we're spawning on. Like so. And then at this point, we want to come over and not on the very bottom, but on the next level up, we want to place buttons like that. And then we want to take a bucket of lava, throw it in one of them corners. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and come out on all sides, that being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that we look like this, we're going to go ahead and fill that in. From this point, we're going to go ahead and come out 1 and up 1, and then we're going to surround this thing on all 4 sides. Now that we've put the lip around the whole thing, we'll go ahead and grab out our leaf block. We're going to throw that on top, 1 high. From here, we're going to go ahead and place a block in each corner with a water bucket on top of it, and then we're going to take out the block. So like that on all 4 corners. At this point, we're going to go ahead and on all of the sides, not in any of those 3 blocks on the corners, but every other block along that wall there, we're going to put a source block of water. It should look something like this. The next thing I'm going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to come up from this block 3. You can take those 2 out. We're going to come out like this. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on either one of those sides, you come out 1 more. Okay? And we're going to go 4 this way, so 4 by 5, and then on the 5 side, on both sides, we're going to go ahead and bring like so a block up. Doesn't have to be glass. Once again, I like to see inside. Now what we want to do is we want to make sure we wait until nighttime. And now that it's nighttime, we're going to go ahead and start breaking out our villagers. So you want your beds to face with the head facing in, and you break out a bed, and then you bring your villager in. He's going to link up to that bed. He's going to get in that bed, and you'll put a workbench at his feet. Okay? Then we're going to grab out another bed, bring in our next villager, and the same thing will happen. You can't get any of the green guys because they won't take jobs, and you can't get any kids. Okay? You get those, you got to get rid of them. And there we have our villagers. Next, we're going to go ahead and bring our walls out like so and up. You don't need the corners. And we'll bring them up to this height here. Okay. And from this point, right over top of these guys' faces, we're going to go ahead and place glass. This has to be glass right over their faces. That way they don't suffocate, okay? And then you want to put them right along here as well. Now what this does is this serves to keep them in their specific pods with access to their workstation and their beds together. Okay, now on top of this, we'll go ahead and fill this in. I don't know how important it is that that's glass, but I'm keeping it glass. And then from there, we've got, before this one, we've got 10 beds, 10 villagers down there. And then we're going to place 10 more beds. I keep trying to sleep in them. So 3, 4, 5. We face them the same way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then just out in the middle of one of these, throw an extra one. And there you go. You know what? This is your iron farm complete. As you can see, they are in their individual pens. And you may have to wait for an entire day-night cycle for your iron to start. Aha! And that's something very important that you cannot forget to do. Stick out the blocks, otherwise your ones won't get through. Once again, this thing is pretty fast. Not this thing, but iron farms are pretty fast. I'll be posting another iron farm, I'm sure, when I've got all the bugs worked out. So if you like today's video, go ahead and leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Organize my videos into playlists, so go ahead and check those out for an easier time finding all this cool stuff. Yeah. It's been real. Peace.